And we are back with the third episode of the Disney Dudes podcast.
Really, the second episode, the Disney Dudes podcast. But I mean, who's counting?
Very
who's
true.
counting?
Very
Yeah.
true.
So the agenda, I have made my own agenda, and I am ready for 30 minutes of pure solid gold Disney Dudes podcast entertainment.
Here we go. What's topic?
So that's the we'll I'm gonna take a back step, because I mean it's one of those where you look at me like, why am I getting into this with this guy? No, we had previously discussed Disney Dude Taylor / Disney Dude Abbott. Our names are Taylor and Abbott. I don't know why I keep saying Disney Dude this. It's the name of the podcast, and we relate to it. We want it. It's a real thing now, and we're excited about it.
It's a brand now.
It is a brand, and I think from what you told me, may or may not have more information about that later on.
Yes, that's true.
No pressure.
Yeah.
So all the pressure. So I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. Okay.
Sounds
if we
good.
go beyond that, whatever, because we set a timer for 25 minutes last time.
And we went
when I listened. Exactly. I set the timer for 25 minutes. I was like, yeah, we can, that average podcast. I Googled the average time for a podcast, and it said 20 minutes to 35 minutes should be what you should aim for. 4 hours later, it was an hour and 2 minutes based on what I saw. And that was including the sweet introductory music and that awesome transition music that we incorporated into the podcast when we actually got certified on Spotify. Yeah, big time. It looks real.
It does.
It you pinch yourself and you're like, but is it real?
But it is real.
It is real.
And tonight we're going to venture over from Epcot to which park?
DAC.
Disney's Animal Kingdom. There you go.
That's right. Hashtag DAC.
I got some questions for you real quick.
What's up?
When was Disney's Animal Kingdom opened?
I can tell you the month and the year. I can't tell you the actual day. It would have been May of 1998.
Wrong.
April. See, I was right. Crap.
Yeah. All right. How many acres is the park?
That's a cute question. So I'm going to ace you with the serve here. It is exactly, and I don't know, it's always nice to round up, but it's officially 580 acres, making it the largest theme park in the world.
Correct.
Thank you, Wikipedia. So if you choose to donate to Wikipedia, that is fine. And if you want to create an account on Wikipedia for the Disney Dudes podcast, that'd be great. One thing I do have, and I'm not counting this within 30 minutes. Actually, I am counting this within the 30 minutes. I have something that I call, and I don't mind just throwing this at you impromptu. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
It's called the roasting of Disney Dude Taylor. No, it's today. You looked at me like, I'm going to murder you. No, red rum. Today in Disney Dudes news, I have some things that I have some bullet points that we can fly through. It is not something to elaborate on, because last time I took a left turn towards get to the Point City, which did not happen. So anyway, today in Disney Dudes Nudes, we have officially reached over 1,000 followers on Instagram. How freaking cool is that? I'm sorry. That when you posted that on I don't want to say the Insta, but I'm going to say the Insta or the Instagram, or we do it all for the gram. Amazing.
It's awesome. It is so cool. Never expected to be at 1,000.
No, and that's under a month, and we're looking at probably 1,100 as we speak, and we could check it because it's live for us, and I'm sure Taylor can take a look at it. But to me, that's pretty awesome. And as you look that up,
1,090.
I mean, so we're now.
Let's get to
now, I don't mind
1,500.
1,500.
Let's get to
If we get to
1,500 by next
2,000
week.
If we get to 2,000 by next week, we will go live. That's a
We'll go
challenge.
live, but also we will be giving out something very special.
Oh wow.
Yes.
What is that? You mean one of my excellent? No. I mean, even if it is like limited edition signed, but no.
Well, we will be giving out a Disney Dudes podcast t-shirt. Official apparel is coming. Merch is coming.
Give me a second. I had to step away for a moment because I heard there was merch. I didn't realize there were t-shirts. That's amazing. That's freaking cool.
Big time. We got to be big time.
I mean, if you're gonna go big, you got to think big.
Exactly.
Or think big, you have to go big. Well, I kind of messed that up, but
It's
still. Hey. But next up, one thing we did announce on Instagram, which is our favorite source of social media. We're now officially certified on Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, Anchor, which is new, and I just found out we are official on Google Podcasts.
fantastic.
We are official on Google Podcasts.
And
So
the next one is iTunes.
That one has been the bane of my existence. I rely on said Apple to make it through the day for social media, for basic communication with my family, being a Disney dude / dad. But you know what? The biggest one right now is Spotify.
Yes.
Spotify has over 25 million users, and we
Exactly.
have actually received feedback from people that aren't on Instagram through just Spotify.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff, we're reaching people actually across the pond, which is cool. So, and I can show you, I can print out, or I'll give you a screenshot of those statistics. I looked up the numbers the other night, and for real, we are getting people across. Yeah. Kind of cool. Kind of gets you excited right there. So anyway, and we also have a new family that stepped up to take the Disney Dudes podcast vacation challenge. So I am reading from a script, but this is huge for us. I was clicking my heels together like Jiminy Cricket because I had the chance to send off a letter in the mail postmarked to Jacksonville, Florida, to a family that wants to take the Disney Dudes podcast challenge. They're going to be in Epcot next week. And we're talking, I mean, what is it now? Today's May 11th. And we're talking potentially a week from now. I'm not going to say, so what day exactly are you going to be at the parks? I need to know exactly. No, they said, we're going to be there next week. We want to take the challenge. Send it to us. Here's our information. When they said, we love the podcast, and we want to see y'all make it big, or we can't wait to see y'all make it big, and don't forget about us when you get there, was awesome. And even if we don't get to that point, that's cool. But the fact that someone said
we're just having fun,
that's exactly what it is. And it's one of those where the more we think about it, the more excited we are, and it's cool. I mean, there's no other way to say it. So they're taking the podcast challenge, and they're going to specifically tag us when they go to Epcot. And I think they're going to be riding Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And I've been watching those videos, those reviews on that ride. It looks amazing.
Yes, it does. It does.
And the first person to experience it on the podcast is going to be Taylor. I mean, tell me what you're thinking. You're going to be the first one. There's no way that I can't step to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking very forward to it. And I might even print off a picture of you and put it right next to me when we're riding it. And
You have to.
yeah, that's true. I'll take the Disney Dudes podcast laminate that you've made and a picture of you, and I'll hold them up like this. So I'll have my hands up for the roller coaster, and there you go.
Your both of your hands were open. So typically on a roller coaster, you put your hands up, but you're not gripping me as you ride.
Okay.
So you're just going to let go of me and that's it. You got to clench it.
If I let
when
go
you're with
of
me,
you,
you clench
if I
it.
let go of you, you will always be a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Think about it.
So folks, you heard it here. I'm going to be officially part of the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind ride coming in August. No, September? Are you wanting in September or
end of September?
I take it back.
Yeah.
End of September. So yes. So if you're looking to stalk Taylor, end of September. So yeah. That's going to be at Epcot. Yeah. So look out for him, and I will be sending his social, phone number, blood type, hair sample. I mean, whatever.
Number, man.
Yeah, we'll just stick with phone number and address. So yeah. And but anyway, no bones to pick there.
Yeah.
But seriously, don't hesitate to take the Disney Dudes podcast challenge, and we're going to have more challenges coming up, but this is specifically the vacation challenge, where we challenge you to take us on vacation. It doesn't have to be a Disney park. It could be the closest theme park to where I live in the upstate of South Carolina, which is Carowinds. That's right there. It shares the border of South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah, just take us on vacation. Take us to Starbucks. Don't take us to the toilet. That's weird. But take us on vacation. Just take us where
take us to pick your kids up at school.
You're so much better at this than me.
Line.
You're so good at this. Take us to your kids. No, take us with you. You set me up.
Please take us with you.
Please. We're desperate. We just want more attention now. No, but seriously, the challenge is meant to not just grow the podcast, but we want you to take us with you. We want you to listen. We want you to enjoy what we have to say. And we know that what we have to say is fun because we find it fun. And we're just typical people. We're just two dudes. I'm a dude, you're a dude. We're all Disney dudes.
Yeah.
So anyway, last thing, my wife and I plan to do the Disney Princess Half Marathon scheduled for Sunday, February 26th. The general registration for the Run Disney Half Marathon, at least the one we plan to do next year in February, starts on Tuesday, June 21st. And the queue for that to sign up, the window of time, typically it opens up around 10 o'clock. Come to find out for that. We got lucky where we signed up for the Tower of Terror 10 miler last year, or we signed up for last year in December to run it in April, or at least last month. But anyway, the Run Disney community is very big for me, or the Disney runners are huge for me because I had such an incredible experience doing the Tower of Terror 10 miler. And so therefore, I just want to kind of give a shout out, let people know that's on the horizon. I am going to be on my computer, on my phone, ready to go. I don't know if you know, Taylor, there is a huge issue with people registering for the Disney marathon, the general marathon, which is the first full weekend after New Year's.
Yep.
I can't give you those exact dates. I didn't do that research, but people were up in arms on that and very, very upset over the fact that they could not sign up for the Dopey Challenge. They could not sign up for specific challenges, and that's unfortunate. And I feel for them, but majority of people that I do know online and that I am friends with online, in the most close knit community that celebrate everything. You're looking at cancer survivors. You're looking at people that have suffered the worst of the worst, but their retribution, their rising from the ashes, said #Phoenix Suns, which will win. This is a prediction, will win the NBA championship. I don't know who your team is, Taylor. They will win it. Yeah. Booker, Paul. let's do this. But anyway, they overcome so much, and we will dedicate at least, for me at least, 20 episodes. Yeah, 20 episodes. Just want to let you know right now, to the Disney Run experience. No, we'll dedicate it one episode to Run Disney and the Disney runners on what that experience is. Okay, we will prep it with videos and all that kind of stuff. It's that experience is second to none. But anyway, we do have a corrections corner. Our corrections department wanted to let you know that the three caballeros are Donald Duck, Jose Carioca, and Panchito Pistoles. Panchito Pistoles represents Brazil, and that's the only specific country that I got from. And I kind of assumed that Jose Carioca would have represented a specific country, but that's okay. But the other thing that I received was, we want to make sure that every Disney dude is on board with everything we say. So, caballeros from me, I say caballeros, but Taylor says
birds.
You heard it here first. Birds. They're just birds. But anyway, do you have any other news, Taylor?
I do not. I don't have anything else.
Well, give us your top 5 of Dak.
Ho 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 ho. Corrections corner one more time. Hold on a second. Jose actually represents Brazil. Panchito represents Mexico.
So I'm just going to give this one moment to savor. And, people don't like a humble brag kind of situation to be, I don't know, pedantic, full of themselves. I mean, it's cool. I mean, the hats you're wearing just represents. I mean, it just explains everything. But according to whatever and hearsay, I'm just trying to transition to your top 5, for crying out loud. Sweet Jesus. So if there's anyone, so he did not give you a forewarning. If there is anybody that is watching us on YouTube right now that is sensitive to flashing lights and or that just hates bubbles.
Who hates bubbles? Who hates bubbles?
That's a great question. Believe me, I don't hate bubbles, but based on the feedback that we've gotten on direct messages, you just never know. You just never know, because apparently I missed being at the Magic Kingdom 12 days from now. Yeah. You feel like a champ.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So
champion of top 4 or 5. You went top 4 or 5. How many?
I mean,
it's easy, but still.
I'm gonna go top 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. You ready? All right.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Thanks. I appreciate that. All right. So number 1, all-time favorite, it's got to be Kilimanjaro Safaris. I mean, you don't have to spend the money to go to Africa for safari.
Sure.
I mean, it's cool. It's great for all ages. I suggest going in the mornings or going later towards the close, because feed them in the morning, feed them again in the afternoon. In the darker part of the day,
Okay.
you'll get more of the nocturnal animals. So lions, the cheetahs will come out a little bit more, which is awesome. But that's number one. So instead of going 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can I ask you one thing?
Yes.
Is there a reason you're starting from the top and working your way to the bottom?
No, there's no reason whatsoever.
No reason. Okay, cool.
No reason. So
You're fine. Yeah,
you can start from the bottom and go from the top.
that's what she said.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Number 2 would have to be Flight of the Avatar or Flight Passage. I didn't like it at first, but it's grown on me because that's my wife's second favorite ride, I believe, my mother-in-law's favorite ride. So, yeah.
Okay.
Number 3
Uh-huh.
is Dinosaur. It's I don't know. I always liked that movie. It's just a fun, jerky little ride. I cannot put Mount Everest on the list because I myself have never ridden that ride. You heard it here first, folks. Never ridden Expedition Everest. Because every time I go, it's closed.
It's not dead air. I pulled out my headphones, the most expensive headphones known to man. They're literally just earbuds I found in my drawer that actually fit my computer. Sorry. I kind of went into reviewing Animal Kingdom, not thinking it would be controversial because we didn't have as many
I'll make
rides.
it even more controversial here in a
I'm
second.
coming in. I can't hear you. I'm trying. I'm sorry. It's not you, it's me. It's the fact that I'm sorry, Taylor. What'd you say?
I'm going to make it more controversial.
No, hold on. Okay. I'm not trying to take it away. I am taking away from what you're saying. I'm not trying to, but it's just like, it's a knee-jerk reaction. But I do understand.
Yes.
Because the last time you went to Disney was when?
January. And
Yeah.
Expedition Everest was shut down for the month.
And was there any projection of when it would open back up?
The week after we left.
What are you gonna do?
You can't do anything.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But with that being said,
Sure.
my number 4, it was hard. I love a good water ride. And you might think I'm going Cali River Rapids, but I'm going to go with the Navi River Journey. Because it's a very pretty ride. It's too short, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And it's good for my little girl. She enjoyed it. So, but here's the controversial part. Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I have heard rumblings via the Twitterverse and other groups that I'm a part of on Facebook.
Sure.
That they took away the Primeval Whirl. You know what Primeval Whirl is? The roller coaster?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So they took that down and they were going to build something else.
Yeah.
It would be cool. The rumblings I heard were that they might be redoing the dinosaur ride and making it into the Disney World version of the Indiana Jones Adventure ride. Because it's the same ride mechanism as the one in Disneyland. Second thing I'm going to say is, you know how Marvel has come into the Disney realm
Yeah.
What do you think about if Animal Kingdom, if each park had something Marvel and Animal Kingdom had dun 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 Wakanda?
Yeah. I have some thoughts on that. And that is not based on my independent thought process. It is based on Kyle Palo, and a lot of people that are listening may or may not, but in the Disney community, they know exactly who I'm talking about. Looks like we're going on an adventure with Taylor right now. Ladies and gentlemen, he has picked up his camera / computer and he is walking. It looks like a Fear Factor kind of moment. Just by the way, no carts on the creek. And we are,
Plugging it up.
yeah, we are dipping deep. But anyway, you may know better than me, but what is the train ride? And I rode that for the first time last year in November when I took my family. But basically, you can take that train that shows you. I think and believe me, I know for a fact that I am butchering this. I am beyond belief, not describing it or depicting it correctly. But you can take the train in Animal Kingdom to the petting zoo, right? There's a petting.
No clue.
You have no clue? You had no idea there was a train at Animal Kingdom?
I did not.
Oh, okay. So you haven't, okay. So one, haven't ridden Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. Two, and that's not your fault. That's all based on timing. That's based on timing. That's not no fault to you. But at the same time, the fact you didn't know there was a train. It's the only train that's currently running in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, I had no clue.
The train takes you behind the scenes and shows you where the animals are rehabilitated. The quadrupeds, the large quadrupeds, the big ones. And those, they actually, because you can see like the rhinos, they have elephants. I saw an elephant and a rhino the time we went. We rode it twice because we have children. And if you're there from sun up to sundown, they do open way early. But of course, like you said, the best time to see the Kilimanjaro Safaris is going to be early in the morning, in the evening. Of course, certain animals are more active in the morning as opposed to the evening, nocturnal, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that whole area, from what I hear, or it's just very popular people online would love to see it as a Wakanda area because it's with the train. It's a whole section in the middle of the park. And I have to look at a map. I can't say it's in Asia, Africa, whatever, or, obviously it's not going to be in Pandora, but at the same time, it's this really cool area that as an adult, I was kind of like, so tired. I was like, I just want to get a beer, the food. I love my kids, but it was so kid friendly. They had a petting zoo. They had this whole indoor area where you could actually look at animals being treated. And not just animals being treated, but they actually had, it's where they do the Animation Institute.
Gotcha.
Where they do, at Animal Kingdom is where they do like the one-on-one instructions for how to draw just said character.
Which park did that used to be in?
That would have been in Hollywood Studios or MGM. So
correct.
Yeah. So
great job.
Yep. I remember. Did you ever go backstage? Did you ever do the Honey I Shrunk the Kids rope ride and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, and the Backlot tour.
Backlot tour, yeah. You did all that?
Yeah, and see the Golden Girls' old house.
So within 2 years, here's the challenge. There is still a Backlot tour. It's only done in one park, but it's not Disney.
Universal in Hollywood.
Universal Hollywood. That is the one. They still have Jaws. They still have the Backlot tour.
I have a buddy who actually works on that tour.
I've never been to California.
Let's go.
One of the few within the next 2 years. I can't do it. I can't do it within a year, but 2 years. Yes. If it's a solo trip, a lot cheaper. But yes, that's a side note. So that's definitely going to happen, and I'm very excited about that. So,
all right, let's hear your picks.
what was your number one? Did you say your number one?
Yes, it's Safari.
Exactly. You said Safari. So yeah. So I was just kidding. Well, it's just kind of like a trick question kind of situation.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally knew what I was going to say there. So my top four for Disney's Animal Kingdom. And so what I have to say is that this one actually was a little bit easier for me, but nonetheless, based on what you said, and ladies and gentlemen, this is off the cuff. We do not rehearse. It is a few text messages. He lives in Virginia. I live in the backward state of South Carolina. The more I live here, the more I realize we are the Disney character called Scar. We are Scar.
Y'all are more like Brer Rabbit.
Kick a man while he's down.
Yep.
Kick a man while he's down. Hey, but you're tuning in, so the joke's on you. No. But no, my top 5, and that is where I'm controversial. You said 5 last time. I said 4, and you are super prepared for both Epcot and Disney, I keep looking at DAC, the acronym, or Animal Kingdom, but I have so many, way too much to say about Animal Kingdom, but from feedback that I've been given by my wife, I've got to rein it in.
Yes.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Glad you.
I'm not his wife.
Agree.
Yeah.
You're the work wife. The wife. Okay, we're done. But no. All I have to say is that we have not discussed what the next theme park is going to be, but I guarantee between Hollywood Studios and Mother Flippin' and Magic Kingdom, it's going to be gut wrenching. It's going to be a absolute just drag out heavyweight bout. It's going to be a fight.
And this is
what I'm going to
say right here.
Go for it.
I think we need to have a Instagram vote.
Okay.
The next episode, we each come up with 4 our Mount Rushmore, and whoever they vote, everybody listening votes, everybody on Instagram votes, and whoever comes out wins that round.
It's good. You're good.
We can, hey, you choose which park you want to do first.
Sure. I'll tease it this weekend, but of course, when we release the episode, it's not going to be, exactly that. But that being the case, yeah, that sounds good. We're doing pretty good on time. We're going to go over, but we're not going to be where we were before. Anyway,
all right. What are your 5?
My 5 are you pretty much you sunk my battleship when you pulled out. So how many acres and blah blah blah? Because I had all these sweet notes, I'm so smart, I can do this, I can say that, but
great minds.
Great minds are going to be contentious with the next park we go into. So therefore, Instagram, you have to decide. You have a voice. You let us know what in the daggum HE double hockey sticks is going on. So number 5, to be controversial. I loved it. It did not live up to the hype. We did have a fast pass, but Navi River Journey was cool. But I had one thing I looked forward to, was the shaman at the end of the ride.
Yes.
That, ding, 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 dong, wah, wah, wah. I don't know. I mean, I get Avatar, but I don't. I'm not James Cameron. You know,
Have you
he
seen
had a
the
vision.
Have you seen the trailer for the second, or the pictures of the second?
We did. I saw it initially at work. My wife saw it probably about like, what is it now? 11, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, regardless of where you are. I guarantee people in Europe are going to be listening to this. And we are so close to Disneyland, Tokyo, and Shanghai to be and also Hong Kong to listen to this. We have followers on Instagram and all. I had to say something. Sorry. This is exciting. We do have followers on Instagram from every single Disney park. Every
Fantastic.
park. Every single flipping park. So anyway, she watched it. She loved it. It didn't give me that much. It's a great teaser, but at the same time, for Navi River Ride, I'm not James Cameron. It's an immersive ride, but if I wanted to take a nap, that's where you go. That is a great ride to step away from the heat and get some great air conditioning. It's cool.
It's Animal Kingdoms. It's Animal Kingdoms, People Mover, or Spaceship Earth.
Hashtag paging Mr. Morrow. 100%. It's just you're just corralling people and just moving them through. And they had this great, I looked it up before today, and I was looking at the description. I was like, no. And I had such high expectations for it, and I enjoyed it. But at the same time, it did fall flat. It did. And I know that could be somewhat controversial to people that are huge Avatar fans. But I mean, seriously, the first Avatar movie came out in what year, Taylor? My oldest son was born
2000
the year.
9.
Look at you. You pay attention. My oldest son turned 13. And yet again.
So the same year I
reminded me-
graduated high school.
I can't function or mentally comprehend what's happening. So anyway, back to him being older than me, to Disney to Taylor physically looking older than me. Just kidding. No, number 4, Dinosaur. Dinosaur, formerly known as Countdown to Extinction. I was about to say Expedition, but no, Dinosaur. Love that ride. It was. I actually had the opportunity to go to Animal Kingdom when it opened in 1999. Well, it opened in 1998, but I went for the first time in 1999 in June. I would say, it would have been late June of 1999, and I rode what was known as the Countdown to Extinction. Essentially the same ride. Yet again, Taylor beats me to the punch. I'm going to go first next time with my top 4/5, top 20, whatever. It's my turn.
Perfect.
My turn next time.
That is fine.
My turn. But it is, and I didn't realize that, and you said it, is the exact same ride or course as, like you said, Indiana Jones in Disneyland. And that ride in Disneyland looks pretty flippin' awesome.
Yeah.
And that opened up, I don't know what year that opened. It would have been what, early 90s, mid 90s? Maybe?
No.
Or later?
2000s. Yeah, 2000s.
Okay. And hence, I've never been to California, so how would I know? So.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the poster I have from that, and I can't see the date or the year.
Of course you have a poster.
I'm waiting for the next Harrison Ford signing so I can get that sucker signed, and then it'll be man cave material. As y'all know, I do collect Disney memorabilia. I showed Abbott a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be an episode probably, just showing off my collections of stuff.
See, so you heard it here first, folks. The humble Disney dude is Abbott. The ostentatious. Just kidding. So back to number
Hey,
4.
I'm just trying to continue collecting and
You,
expanding my
you're
collection.
preserving
I'm
the
preserving
magic,
Disney.
the
Exactly.
magic of Disney. My plan is this summer to go to, and I wish I could tell you, but Nathan Morrow, paging Mr. Morrow, went to that.
Lakeland Antique Mall.
Thank you.
I want to go there too.
That's a trip.
We could do a live there.
That's the summer. I'm doing that. That's it. That's not, forget. Okay. So anyway, plans happening as we talk. Look at that. Expanding, exploding. People, you have to grip and hold on. You have to white knuckle what we do.
Grow and go. Go and
Grow
grow.
and go. Hashtag grow and go. Daggum. Daggum. Anyway, 2 Southern boys just making it go and grow and go. Anyway, back to what I was saying, because it's all about me. No. But no, Dinosaur, loved it. It was the first ride that I experienced at Animal Kingdom, and I loved it. And it hurt my neck a little bit, but I mean, I was 18. I've always had somewhat of a weak constitution, but Taylor doesn't really know that. He's just kind of looking at me and swaying back and forth like he's not swaying anymore. No, you're good.
I'm good.
Okay, you're off the Peloton.
Yeah, I'm off the Peloton. Yeah.
Off the Peloton. I don't know what additional Peloton that is, but you're still doing it. That's good. So yeah, but Dinosaur, it's a great ride. The pre-show is cool. Outdated. Sorry, but Cosby kind of killed it for his TV wife. Yikes. Seeing her remind you of, you got to put the pudding in the pudding, the papa.
Yep. You sound like Bill Cosby Borat edition.
My wife, she like a pudding pie. Okay. She liked the chocolate. I'm so sorry. Anyway.
All right, number 3.
Number 3. I thought, what's your snack, Pat? No, that's Billy Madison. Anyway, number 3 is going to be Kilimanjaro Safaris. I'd never had the chance, and look at you like ducking your head back, like, God, whatever, dude. Like you. Whatever. No, I'll tell you something. I did not get to ride that with my younger sister, who is pregnant with twins, and she is due any day now. Ugh, unfortunately, and I love her with all my heart. She lives in Alabama. But she went to Clemson, and I'm just going to say I love her. That's it. So anyway, that being the fact, she would have been 8 years old when I was 18. We went to Animal Kingdom, and the line for Kilimanjaro Safaris, and I can remember walking up and seeing the sign and just my mother looking at me going, they ain't no chance. They ain't no chance. Because that's how you talk when you're from South Cackalack. And for those that don't know what that is South Carolina. So I finally got to ride Kilimanjaro Safaris for the first time back in November of 2021 with my family, with my 3 children. At the time, they were so young, 12, 7, 5, and they're all now so sad. I have a teenager, 13, 8, and 6. Kill me now. Ugh. Anyway, I loved it. And my father-in-law looked at me. He's like, this is ridiculous. This is, there's no point to this. And I was like, first off, I was so confused by his reaction because they had never been to Animal Kingdom. And he was so just gung-ho, what I thought at the time, anti for harumph with the animals. How are they taken care of? But yet again, it's called forced perspective. And you ride the ride and you're going through and you think that like the animals are going to come, or they have the potential opportunity to come up to you and be like, Ha sawinya shabadibidi tibaragabawa hun, Simba, the animals are going to come up to you and have like a Pride Rock moment. No, it's called forced perspective because my father-in-law made it a point. And Ned, I love you, and I guarantee he will listen to this because he's retired. Um, makes me laugh because no, he's going to listen to this. And he's going to kill me later. But he went up to one of the cast members after the Kilimanjaro Safaris and said, "I'm sorry, but all those animals on that ride, your automated Jeeps or off-road vehicles, how do you keep them contained? How do you keep them? We were so close to the animals." And I knew, and I don't have to do the research ahead of time. It's just already assumed because it's called the magic of Disney. The 100% magic of Disney, the forced perspective. And I'm going to post a video of when my wife and I went into Magic Kingdom for the first time in 6 months from last year, November, to where we just like exploded. We turned the corner and you see Cinderella's castle. But anyway, my father-in-law, who hadn't been to Disney, at least Animal Kingdom, ever, he was dumbfounded with their explanation. They explained forced perspective. He goes, "Yeah, well, I understand what that is, but they put it in terms for me to understand, which is I'm your absolute, average Joe." And he came to me and he goes, "Did you know they can da 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 da?" And I said, "Ned, that's awesome. Wow, I didn't realize that." And I let him savor that moment of Disney magic. So that is why that is number 3. And that's why it's so controversial to get number 2. Number 2 for me is Avatar Flight of Passage. The only reason why, and I love the immersive, screen to, kind of motion simulator type thing. Like that ride was amazing. I had never ridden it until, like I said, back in November of 21, and all of my kids could ride it. My 5-year-old all the way up to my 12-year-old at the time could ride it, and they loved it. And I don't mind saying that my now 13-year-old, at the time 12-year-old, he is on the autism spectrum, and he has a lot of sensory issues, auditory sensory sensitivity. And he looks like a DJ walking around the park, because he can't handle certain sounds, but he tolerates it. He's very high functioning, but he still talks about Avatar Flight of Passage. He won't ride the roller coasters because he's smarter than his father, but he flipping loved Avatar Flight of Passage. And when he saw the ride I'm just going to backtrack and go to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. How could I be more excited for that ride? He told me, he said, "Dad, I can't wait for that ride. He said, I want to ride it." He said, and he's all about YouTube videos, and he can tell you all the rides, all the parks. We're not just talking, because Disney Tokyo is like an exception to all the parks because they contain Disney Sea. And I just learned that. I thought Disney Sea was separate from Disney Tokyo. You may have known that before, but I'm the dunce. But that is the best themed park in the entire world. Doesn't have to be the biggest, but the best theme park. And my bucket list is I love to take all my kids, but my oldest son to every Disney park. You can't ride all the rides. It is what it is. There are limitations to everything, but such
to
as
go to
life.
every park would be awesome. Yeah.
But to go to every park would be amazing. So I know I digress and I talk a lot, but anyway, let's move on. I talked about Avatar Flight of Passage. I love that ride. It did not underwhelm. It overwhelmed because I had something to compare to it because, and I'm going to be controversial when I say Universal. Universal has set the standard for the motion simulator / like 3D screen where you don't have to wear the 3D glasses over you. And I did not go to Universal until 2018. Right. So I wish I could have experienced the original rides at Universal. That's why we have to go to Universal Hollywood. So That's why you need to support the podcast. so we can report back and give you our experiences. When you support the podcast, we can expand what we talk about, what we do, what we experience. It's not about look at me, look at me, look at me. It's we just love what we just love what we love. We're into it, and we just want to report back what we're into, just like anybody else would, So anyway, but Flight of Passage, love it, awesome, super immersive. But the queue is awesome.
Yeah,
the queue is amazing, and that's one of those where I could go into, but based on time, there's no time. But anyway, number one for me, Expedition Everest. And this is where I get controversial to get all French on you. This is where I get controversial. Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. I look at Taylor and I'm dead-eyed looking at the camera. I'm not talking seductively. I am talking to make you think and know that you should be jealous of me now. That ride, we rode it 5 times in one day. My now 6-year-old, at the time 5-year-old, could not get enough of that ride. He loved everything about it. That ride, the queue was not long. It was outdoors. They had lots of fans, but they really sold like the legend of the Yeti. And that day, my mother-in-law, who will be 70, she's going to murder me when I butcher this, in her latter 70s.
75.
Yeah, 70. But anyway, but my parents in their 70s too, so they're old as they need to be. Love you, Chuck and Mary. And my father always hated, this is a side note, Chuck, Bobug, Banana Fana, and we always ended it there. My father was not a fan of that. And I realized that the hard way when I was a child. But anyway, that's small
and
town.
Next episode, we will be looking for the next Disney dude to replace Abbott because his whole family is going to kill him after this podcast tonight.
They love me. They support everything I do. No, but seriously, back into it. Expedition Everest, because you have not experienced it, you will. I'm so glad it's back up and running. There's nothing like it. If you have,
let me ask you, does it go upside down?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Just goes backwards and corkscrews a little bit.
Corkscrews a little bit. That is a t-shirt. Corkscrews a little bit. Disney Dudes podcast. No, and that's LIL apostrophe bit. So anyway, no, so have you ever ridden a roller coaster that goes backwards?
No.
What roller coasters have you ridden comparable that loop, go upside down, corkscrews, whatever? Oh God. Seriously? You've ridden Small World and that's it, essentially? Barnstormer?
Barnstormer, yeah.
What about you? Okay, go back up. You've been to Universal, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're very hesitant and you're scratching your shoulder.
Yes, I've been to Universal, but I will tell you this. Last time I went to Universal was when I was in chiropractic school.
Okay.
And really didn't ride any of the rides. Like we just went for the day and walked around.
Okay. Did you have the opportunity?
Yeah.
But was it a choice, or was it kind of like you had you had like
it was a choice, and yeah, it was mainly a choice.
Okay.
And before that, I was too young to ride the roller coasters, and the roller coasters weren't even there.
Sure.
At Universal.
So you had the opportunity, yet again, jealous of your situation. And it goes back. It's a daggum ping pong match in regards to that. I never got to experience Jaws, anything like that at Universal. I never. And Back to the Future, I have ridden E.T. And
that's classic. If they get rid of E.T.,
might
as well just get rid of Universal, in my opinion.
Just let it implode. Let whatever
Exactly.
sinkhole
The
the
smell,
water
the smell from ET. I could bottle that and like smell it every day, all day, every
every
day.
day. Every day. It's like the water at well, pretty much every Disney ride, especially um Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and
So
we'll have a report on what they use in the water to preserve it. It's a little more expensive than what you call chlorine. Starts with a B. But anyway, um, but no, I don't mind telling you, I was super hesitant to ride any kind of roller coaster, to ride anything until we went to Universal back in 2018. And M said, let's ride, and she had, we didn't do our research. We didn't know anything about Revenge of the Mummy. Rode that, of course, pyrotechnics went backwards, and that set the tone for me. So Expedition Everest, Taylor, when you go in, yes, I can remember late September. I am not Pythagoras as you claim that I am, but you will have the opportunity to ride Expedition Everest. It's one of those where it's like, it's cute. It's cute. You go up, ding, 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 and you hit that point and you glide backwards and then you go down this little dip. Oh no. Oh no. Nothing prepares you. And I'm gonna leave it there for you
thank
because
you.
that ride sold it for me. That is the absolute best ride that I have ridden in my life. There is nothing better. And I thought that Avatar Flight of Passage would have been the best, but no, Expedition Everest was, whew,
Well,
it was immersive, everything. But my question for you is, what is going on with, even though you haven't ridden it, but you may have done the research, what is going on with that Yeti? Do
it
you know anything about,
yeah. It's never
like,
it's never worked. And so they used to have the Yeti.
what was it before?
It was an animatronic. I mean, it's animatronic, but then it went and they couldn't get it working, so they decided to do a like flash it on the screen, like screen projected.
Yeah.
What was
And,
the animatronic before?
and that's all I know. And I did, and that's what I wanted to experience. And I kept looking, and I would love to be able to have the lights on for that ride because last time that I went, I got to see the lights on. I sent you that picture in that video of Space Mountain
Yeah.
on the People Mover,
Yep.
Space Mountain with the lights on.
Oh,
I
I've only ridden it.
about
I've ridden Space Mountain probably 6, 7, 8 times probably.
okay. Do you like Space Mountain?
Yeah, I love Space
Okay.
Mountain.
Okay.
But
Good. Good.
6 of those times have been with the lights on.
Sorry for the dead air because I thought I was special when I was on the People Mover and I rode blah blah blah
When
and
it
blah blah
breaks
blah
down,
blah. Yeah,
they
they
put the lights on for like the next hour.
shut up. Even if you're in the queue and you ride it, does it take away from the experience? Because
No,
it's
it
still.
makes you say, I'm not putting my arms up because I can touch the rails right above where my head is.
I
That's
thought
what I
that was
say.
but I thought that was a Disney policy. Like even if you extend your arms out, even if you're like some kind of like
Like Shaq.
shack, I'm not gonna say freak of nature, but sure, shack.
I don't know. To me, it looked like you could probably get your arms sliced off with, and
Okay.
that's a controversial take, but everybody's got an
All right.
opinion.
Well, okay. Well, if you do have a take on that, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Or let it snow. Let it snow.
But with that
Looking
being
forward.
said,
Yes.
we're done with Animal Kingdom. And
Yeah.
also, that leads us to the next episode. And what we're going to talk about, once again, we're going to do a, oh my gosh, Mount Rushmore of Abbott's going to pick 4 rides. I'm going to pick 4 rides. Whoever comes up with the best all-around list for the park that we choose will have bragging rights until the next podcast episode. Okay. And also, we will keep a continuing tally of this, because eventually I would like to get a belt, a wrestling belt, Disney Dudes Podcast wrestling belt, and whoever wins with the Instagram vote per year will have the belt.
Clearly. So the belt needs to be fitted for a 32-inch waist, shipped to South Carolina.
Yep.
But I do have, and this may be the last time we do it, some jokes. I do have some Disney dad jokes. Not Disney dude, they're Disney dad jokes. So
go ahead.
Real quick, I know we're jumping into it. So how do you ask Scar to stop being so mean? How do you ask Scar to stop being so mean?
No clue.
You want to be a bit more sympathetic. They're Disney dad, not Disney dude jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a difference. They're Disney dad jokes. Yeah. So anyway, showing the other camera, that one. Bing, bing, and showing the camera here. Which Disney princess makes the best judge? Which Disney princess makes the best dadgum judge? She is Snow White, because she's the fairest of them all. And I take a bow and I come back up and I have 2 more / 40 more. Just kidding, 2 more. And we're going to move on. We're going to expedite. Why would you not want to be one of Snow White's dwarfs to maintain the theme of Snow White? Why would you not want to be one of Snow White's dwarfs? Why?
Because they're the, I'm going to go real dark right here.
Go for it. Oh gosh.
Because they represent the 7 deadly sins. There you go. I don't know.
They do in a way.
They do, yeah.
They do in a way. Because I mean, you look at 7, yes, and that movie, way to appeal to the kids listening. But no, why would you not want to? Why would you not want to be one of Snow White's? Why would you not want to be one of Snow White's dwarves? Because 6 out of the 7, I'm sorry, aren't happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all ready for this? Okay, 1 more, 2 more, 1 more. Just kidding. And this is a shout out to my wife. My wife, what does, and she loved this one. She loved it. What does Woody say whenever he visits a car showroom? What does Woody say whenever he visits a car showroom? What could Woody say when he visits a car showroom? Come on. Because I remember some kind of music I heard before, pre-show, that went flee-dee-doo, flick-a-ding, dang dong.
Yeah.
Flee-doo.
No clue. No clue.
No clue.
You're stumping me on all of these.
Okay. This is why I'm a Disney dude. I am a dad. But these are Disney. I'm a Disney dad and a Disney dude, but these are Disney dad jokes.
You're a Disney doodad.
Doodad that has a sweet Disney dude joke or a Disney dad joke that says, what does Woody say whenever he visits a car showroom? Howdy, partner.
And with that,
No, I have one more.
you have one more.
No, not a joke. I just wanted to revisit one thing.
Okay.
Audi is a corporate.
I understand the joke. Oh my God.
Oh no. Okay. Last thing for me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Audible, Anchor, Amazon Music, and now Google Podcasts. Also, you can find the latest hats or happenings on our Instagram account. So we need to look at it live. I just want to know where we are. I haven't looked at it. I haven't done anything on the podcast because you do understand. Oh, crap, my phone's on airplane mode for no reason at all. Crap.
1,092.
Oh my gosh.
We
Hold
gained
on.
2 followers.
That aren't listening to anything because we're just recording it. It's not live. I say next time we just record, I will put it on YouTube live. I don't care. Yeah, next time. Yeah, I'll put it on because I'm recording it now on my iPad and it's just this perspective because I don't mind showing you because this will air live with a premiere on. There you are. There's the perspective.
Yeah.
There's the official table and it's about as real as it can get.
Exactly.
Literally a dining room table. But for me, 1,090. Well, you're 8 away from 1,100. So whoever you are, wherever you are, and honestly, we're literally around the world because I can confirm that with numbers we have received via the views on Spotify because I get that breakdown. I'll send that to you. I'll send you a screenshot. And you're yawning because you're so enthusiastic about what's next. Well, as you pass out, we're gonna weekend. We're gonna weekend at Bernie's our way out of this podcast. But no, I think that's all I have. But I can't wait for next week.
Yeah,
when we do record
next week, Mount Rushmore.
Big episode.
You just want to choose the park right now.
It's not going to be Magic Kingdom.
It's going to be Hollywood.
No, it has to be. I can't do that. That is called a disservice to the anchor that is Walt Disney World.
Exactly.
I can't do it. Everything revolves.
It's going to be Hollywood Studios, and there are enough attractions, rides there.
Too many. It's overwhelming.
Hey, listen, how about this? 3 rides and an attraction, or you can mix and match the attractions and the rides because they're not really. There are some like shows that are attractions but not rides. Yeah. So if you're at Mount Rushmore, all right, and you get to go first. You get first pick. You can be like the Carolina Panthers from this past year and get a top draft pick. There you go. Because I know what your number 1 draft pick it might be, and I guarantee I will not pick it.
I don't like the pressure of being David Tepper. So don't put your bad juju on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put your bad juju on me.
All right, deal. All right. So for Taylor.
And for Abbott.
This is the Disney Dudes podcast. Signing off.
Signing off.
Peace out.